I wasn't going to make this video originally just because I've talked with B-Rad a lot about level 15, and I think he did such a great job covering this issue in his video. But I do think that it's important for more content creators to cover this issue. A little side note, I love Clash Royale. I've always dreamed of doing what I am doing, and none of this would be possible without Clash Royale and the people that work on Clash Royale. I love this game, and I just want it to succeed. Level 15 is bad. Very bad. But why? When you max your account and all of your cards are level 14, there is no more progression. This is the finish line. But there is a need for progression in video games. Without it, players will get bored and will stop playing the game. And this is where the problem arises for Clash Royale. There is a fine balance between adding progression and adding new features. Clash of Clans adds progression by adding a new level, but also adds new troops, new buildings, new defenses, new heroes, new features. They push back the finish line, but there is a reason why. With Clash Royale adding level 15, there is additional progression, but there are no new features with level 15. And this feels bad because the finish line is being pushed back from here to here, 2 times further. Yes, if you are a fully maxed level 14 account right now, you are currently 1/3 of the way to the new finish line to upgrade all your cards to level 15 once the update drops. This is like graduating high school. Hooray, you did it, huzzah. But then the principal comes in and says, wait, you only did 4 years of schooling. No. You have an additional 8 more years of schooling to do as well. And it will be the exact same as the 4 years prior. There will be nothing new. Nothing. Yeah, that would feel awful. But this is where it gets interesting because Clash Royale has tried this balance of adding new progression and adding additional features by adding level 14 and as well champions. Well, this update must have been a huge success, right? Nope. This segregated the entire Clash Royale community. If you were able to get to level 14, which was a small percentage of the community, you were able to unlock this new feature. I'm not good at describing emotions, so instead I'm going to use this meme to describe the situation of level 14 and champions. A fraction of the community was happy. They were able to get a new feature and new progression. But the other 90% of the community was Squidward. You watching this was probably a Squidward. Here arises another problem. In that situation, there was only a new feature for Clash Royale if you achieved level 14, the absolute apex. If you achieved level 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 13, nothing. There is no new feature. Au contraire, in Clash of Clans, if you level up your town hall, each new level adds new buildings, new troops, new defenses, new heroes, new features. Boom! This is the problem with Clash Royale. Dun, 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 dun. Since inception, Clash Royale's progression has been vertical. You grind, you keep grinding, you get resources to upgrade your cards, and you keep doing this until you hit that finish line. B-Rad mentioned this, and I just want to reiterate it. What is the most common problem for Clash Royale players? Losing to over-level cards. We've all been there. It hurts. But this is a core part of the game. You need to grind to compete, and that is why level 15 is horrible. There is no difference from everyone being level 14 and everyone being level 15. Clash Royale will be the exact same game, but instead of grinding to here, you have to grind to here. And if you do not want to grind, you have to spend money, because if you do not grind or spend money, you cannot compete in the core gameplay of Clash Royale, and this gives the perception of greed. If level 15 was not essential to participate in the core gameplay of Clash Royale, and instead was an achievement or an accolade, level 15 could be a badge of honor, something like a new card art for your level 15 cards. This will showcase your dedication, your perseverance, your love for Clash Royale. I would be okay with this. Level 15 would then be an optional progression to the selective few, instead of being a mandatory progression to the masses to play the game that you love. I'm winging it at this point, so let's just hammer off some stuff that's been bothering me. In many posts from Supercell, they have mentioned that they have data to support the fact that we love upgrading our cards, and I think this data is misleading. With the level 14 update, champions were released, and a bunch of old Clash Royale players came back to the game for this update. The addition of level 14, it correlates with the returning players, but I don't believe that it was the cause. Champions were the cause, the new feature. Players like progression as long as there's a purpose. Adding level 15 and pushing the finish line back to an unobtainable length, it adds progression, but it doesn't add purpose. And currently in Clash Royale, upgrading your cards is one of the only progressions players have, but it doesn't have to be this way. I truly think the dev team of Clash Royale cares about their game. Have you seen the update trailer? It's freaking awesome. They got the voice of Bowser somehow. But I think that they are stuck in the past, sticking to what has worked for Clash Royale, what Clash Royale has been in the past. But you cannot repeat the past. You need to evolve. And there's hope. Because evolutions are coming to Clash Royale, and you unlock them at King Tower 7, and this is amazing. This is progression for all players, something we can invest our time into to unlock. This is not like adding a new level, which adds progression, but the core gameplay remains the same. Vertical progression. No. This is horizontal progression. Adding additional progression, but also adding additions to the core gameplay. This is the equilibrium of new features and progression, and this is the solution to Clash Royale. We do not want more card levels. We do not enjoy upgrading cards. We do enjoy progression, but with a purpose, and adding horizontal progression like evolutions adds new features and new progression for the Clash Royale community, for the people that love this game. If you want to add level 15, that is fine, but just don't make it a necessity. Focus more on evolutions and more ways to add to Clash Royale from the ground up, from level 1 to level 14. And evolutions are an amazing way to do this, but there are more ways. Inshane, which is still weird to call him that, proposed an idea to add tower talents where you can grow your princess tower and unlock new abilities and traits, new features, and new progression. The perfect balance. I'm also just a content creator. I know nothing about developing a game or running a multi-million-dollar company and the intricacies of doing so, but level 15 is a horrible idea right now in its current state. But if Clash Royale can pivot and not make level 15 a necessity to compete in the core gameplay of Clash Royale, and instead focus their efforts on horizontal progression, adding new features to the game that we love, well, Clash Royale could still have a fighting chance. And if this video doesn't affect the future of Clash Royale, hey, at least we tried. At least we tried.